The channel, this is Oblivion, and we are here with the Rearmed Lif summoning session. And man, there's a lot to talk about, a lot of things that are just going on, and I'm pretty excited for this banner, to be honest. I think this is one of the best updates we've gotten in a very long time, even though it was completely unexpected and just sudden out of nowhere. Intelligence Systems just did a really great job with this new rearmed weapons, and I'm really excited to see the future ones we get. So before we start, let me just go over my goals. My goals are to get Lif and Hilda. Hopefully I can get both of them before the spark, and that would be amazing. If so, then we'll probably just stop there. If not, we might have to go to 2 sparks, which means I might have to get some more orbs. Other than that, we should just go ahead and start, and we can start talking about... I do kind of want to quickly go over Holst and Female Lif's weapon, or Female Shez's weapon. So Female Shez got Crimson War Axe, which is pretty much speed plus 3, and then if she's above 75, if the foe's HP is above 75%, she's going to attack at speed plus 6. And then she's also going to get effects based off her at HP. So if it's above 25%, she'll get special cooldown charge plus 1. And if it's above 40%, she'll get 40% damage reduction. So it's very similar to Male Shez's, and I actually thought it was the same weapon at first. I thought they just switched out the speed for the cooldown reduction, but there's not actually a brave effect. So it's good. It's definitely a solid weapon. Like it's not bad by any means, but it is lacking the coolest part of Male Shez's weapon, so it's a bit disappointing. When it comes to Holst's weapon, we have Warrior's Sword, it's attack plus 3, and then at start of combat he'll get plus 5 to all stats. And then he pretty much has bonus doubler and guard also in the weapon. So it's a pretty solid PRF weapon. Not bad by any means. It's nothing too insane. It's gonna be pretty good, but like I don't expect it to like do anything like meta-wise. The thing he might do meta-wise though is he is gonna be a really high scoring unit, so he's gonna be great in arena for that. So that's one thing to look forward to if you're a Holst fan. But other than that, there's not too much to talk about them. Their stat lines are all very solid. I think they all have attack and speed super boons, except for Rearmed Lif, right? He has just an attack super boon. So very solid stat lines. Other than that, we also got the new Hall of Forms lineup. So not the re-release for Hall of Forms, but the new one coming out, which is Sacred Stones. And that has Baby La Rochelle, Fallen Leon, Summer Joshua, and Selena. So this is a pretty good lineup for me. Like, these are a lot of my favorite characters, right? I don't have Baby La Rochelle, and I've always wanted her, so I'm definitely going to be picking her up. She's number 1. I kind of want to pick up the Forma for Fallen Leaf, or Leon. Not because I really need anything. He's already plus 10, and I already have like almost all the skills on him, except for Attack Smoke 4. So essentially this would just be a way for me to get Attack Smoke 4 for free, right? Or for Forma still, I guess. But, I don't know if it's worth it, and I also don't like the blue border very much, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. I might not. And then the other one is Summer Joshua, obviously, and I'm a big Joshua fan, so just being able to get him a cool decked out kit is obviously a big win. So I'll definitely be picking that up. I'll probably Baby La Rochelle, then Joshua, and then maybe Leon. Might skip Leon, probably. The thing is, though, we might get a rearmed bow, right? And I could put it on Summer Joshua, and that'd be really cool. So that's something to look forward to. But other than that, I think it's a pretty solid lineup. Like, not the best lineup ever, but has a pretty good amount of options. Okay, got a Selena. So we might as well just jump into some questions. So there's a lot of questions I haven't answered yet that people have asked like a long time ago, but I'm pretty much going to answer questions about Rearmed Heroes today and the Fae channel, because I'm kind of like really in the mood to talk about that. Okay, so our first question is going to be from KM, and they want to know, what do you think of the concept of inheriting value skills to a Rearmed Hero and using additional copies of the Rearmed Hero to regenerate them via merging? So this is something I was talking about yesterday in the update video. I don't know if people got to see this or if I clearly explained how it works, but there's essentially a way to duplicate skills with Rearmed Heroes, which is very, very, very valuable. It's one of the best things that they've actually added with these Rearmed Heroes. So the basic concept of it is, for example, right? Let's say you have Rearmed Lif, and you sack a male Byleth to him, and you give him Distant Counter and Ruptured Sky. So now when you inherit the skills from Rearmed Lif, you can inherit his weapon, Ruptured Sky, and Distant Counter, right? And then those skills will also stay on Rearmed Lif. But then later on, let's say you pull another Rearmed Lif. What you can do is merge that old Lif with the skill inheritance, right, the one with Ruptured Sky, into the new Lif, and then you could now use that inheritance again. And so with this kind of like manipulation, I guess you could say, you can duplicate the inheritance and get multiple values out of it. So like just by doing it once, you double essentially the amount of inheritance you're getting from that one unit, from that one Byleth. But then every time you merge it to a new Lif, you're adding another copy of it. So it's a way to get like really valuable skills over and over again. And it's really, really cool. I was honestly thinking of using it. Not for the best means though. Kind of so like what I kind of wanted to do was use Fallen Gustav and then give out attack, defense, near trace and attack smoke 4, right? And then use that as a way to duplicate that inheritance, because that inheritance is really, really good, right? Like that's some of my best inheritance. But you will lose the weapon because you can't inherit 5 skills, obviously. So it's kind of crappy. I kind of want to wait till the anniversary and see if they change it so you can inherit 5 skills. Because if that's the case, I will do that, right? Like that's amazing fodder. Like being able to inherit the weapon, AD, near trace, and attack smoke 4 would be like the best fodder in the game almost, right? Like that'd be phenomenal. So I do think that is a trick you can use, and it is something you should consider, especially if it's just like even like some basic fodder like Ruptured Sky. Just being able to get that like over and over again when you inherit can be really good. Okay, so we're having kind of bad luck. I've been talking this whole time, so I haven't been paying attention, but we're already 17 summons in, no 5-star whatsoever. I was really hoping to get Hilda and Lif before the Spark. Getting 2 Lifts would be really, really nice, so I could have 2 copies of the sword to inherit. And then Hilda, obviously, for the Floret, and I actually think she's a really good unit. I think her like mixture of being a combat unit and support is really nice. Oh my gosh, we are just getting nothing. Okay, so the next question is going to be kind of a conglomerate question. 5 people asked questions that are kind of similar, so I'm going to just answer them all together at the same time. So this question is from Mini Master, have a good day, Linkachu HQ, who has an amazing little icon, Viren Wind, and Xyrox. So essentially what they want to know is, who are the best users of Rearmed Lif's weapon? Who do I think is the next Rearmed hero, or what weapon type they will be? And who do I plan to give my Arcane Weapon to, and what kind of weapon do I want to see next? So that's pretty much, it's a pretty big question there. But let's start at the beginning. So best users of Rearmed Lif's weapon. I just put out a tier list for that, so definitely go check out that video if you have any questions. I think I do a pretty good job of describing who I think uses it best, and like I went into enough detail where you should have a general idea of which units who want. Oh, we got Olm. That's actually a great 4-star. I love Olm. Obviously, I have 2 +10s, but I don't have hit this one at +10, and this one's actually really good. Like his weapon is still really solid. Plus speed, it's a pretty good IV. Okay, you're great, Olm, but I would really like Rearmed Lif. This is all Monica. Do I really want to pull 3 orbs from Monica? I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so let's start. So yeah, so check out my tier list for that. The next part, who do I think is the next Rearmed hero, or what type of weapon will they be? I think the next one is probably gonna be Air. If I had to guess, I think we're gonna get Rearmed Air. She's gonna have like the new outfit, like she'll get in a Tempest trial or something like that, right? And it will probably be a dagger unit. So we'll get like a Rearmed dagger, which is pretty cool because then like, you know, every color of dagger can inherit that. So I think that's what we'll get next if I had to guess. It's also possible we get something like Thrasir, or like, I think we're gonna get Veronica for sure, right? We already saw her new like outfit in the cinematic. So I think it's only a matter of time until we get that. I don't know what type of weapon she'll be, if she'll be a tome or if she'll be a staff unit. But either way, that'll be exciting. Our luck is not great. Okay, and then who do I plan to give my Arcane Weapon to? So I kind of want to give it to all the Ikes, if I'm being completely real. Like, Legendary Ike can't use it with Radiant Ether 2, which really, really sucks, because if he could, like, this would just be his best weapon. I would just 100% use it. Yes, we got Hilda! Yes, okay. That's a big win. That means I can just spark Lif at the worst. She looks really good. I really like her art. Plus attack, really good IV, wow. I won't lie, I am salty a little bit that Hilda has 4 ults and Felix has none. I don't count Winter Felix. But she does look really good, so I don't really mind all that much. Anyways, and then So yeah, I'm thinking about giving it to Legendary Ike. I kind of want to give it to Base Ike too, because Base Ike doesn't have Radiant Ether 2 or Radiant Ether. So I'm not really like losing anything by giving it to him. And I can actually make him into like a better unit that I can actually use. So that's an idea. Another unit is Joshua, Base Joshua. I'm a big Joshua fan, obviously. Ascendant Joshua is phenomenal. One of my favorite units that have come out ever. So getting to use Base Joshua would be really cool. So I was thinking about using it on him as well. And then there's also Summer Leon, who doesn't have a preference weapon. So that could be a way to actually use him, which would be fun as well. So like, I'm not sure exactly yet, but those are like pretty much the units I'm considering the most at the moment. I also have Lif, and Lif is plus 10 for some reason on accident. Oh, there's the Gatekeeper. Okay. Sure, why not? I'll take it. Don't know what I'll use him for. Maybe I'll give Close Reversal to Brave Claude. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, and we'll do the blue too. Okay, so this summoning session just got a lot better. That's nice. Okay, and next I'll do what kind of weapon do I want to see next. So personally, the weapon type I want to see the most is I want to see a lance, but I want some specific things on this lance. I want it to have built-in slaying, so I want that cooldown reduction, right? Like I really, really need that. Then I also want to have it be more speed oriented instead of like this weapon where it's like more defense and attack oriented, right? And resistance oriented. Like it's more of an enemy phase or mixed phase sword. I want like a player phase or like offensive lance. That's what I really, really want. And the reason for that is because I want to give it to Nephany. I have a plus 10 Nephany. I adore. I love her so much. I've given her a lot of skills, but she's just not very usable nowadays because of her weapon, like not being that great. So her getting a rearmed lance could like essentially just give her a new life, and she could just be an amazing unit. And it doesn't seem like we're getting Nephany ults anytime soon, so this would be like a great chance to just get to use Nephany again. And she's one of my favorite characters in all of Fire Emblem, so I'd be very, very happy for that. So I'm hoping that we get that. I don't know which character that would be though, like maybe Sharina or something? I don't know. I guess we'll have to like kind of like wait and see, right? Okay, so let's do another question, and this one is going to be from Lindius, and they want to know, since Rearm is now a thing, which Rearm hero do you want for your favorite old hero to become relevant again? So I kind of just answered that question, sorry. I guess I should have read this first, but yeah, Nephany. Nephany is the one I want the most. I want a lance, so I can give Nephany that weapon. I would love for it to have speed on it, though. I don't want a super defensive lance. I mean, it's not bad. She can do the defensive role for sure, but I would prefer her to be offensive if I had the option. Okay, so let's do one from Fraterius Mori. Okay, so I'm a long-time lurker, and seeing that I really like the Rearmed Heroes concept, I'd like to ask something about it. What weapon class do you think is in urgent need of a Rearmed Hero? Also, how long do we need to wait for said weapon classes to get it? Given that Green Tome's Throstseeker is heavily hinted to get a Rearmed variant next, stay frosty, boss. Okay, thanks for that. Okay, so this is interesting. I think the weapon type we need a Rearmed hero the most is staff units, obviously, right? Like, staff units, there are no inheritable, like, good staffs, really. There's a few that are okay, but there's none that are, like, phenomenal. We also aren't getting refines for staff units, so a lot of staff units are just stuck using, like, you know, panic staff or, like, whatever, right? Like, nothing great. So getting a rearmed... Hey, Alice, nice. If we get a rearmed staff, that could just breathe a whole new life into the entire healer class, which would be really, really cool, and I'd be really happy for that. Now, hopefully it's a good staff, right? Hopefully it's like maybe more an offensive staff. That would be really nice. If they could make a staff that had Dazzling and Wrathful in one staff, that would be phenomenal. They should really do that. I think that would pretty much just help everybody out. Like, is there any staff units who have PRF skills that would want that, right? Like, there's obviously Elamine, but she's not going to really want to use a rearmed staff. Her staff is really, really good. So, like, even Brave Veronica would want to use a rearmed staff if it was good enough. So, and Baby La Rochelle too. So yeah, I think that would be obviously just the best option. When it comes to time, I assume we're going to get these rearmed weapons about once a month, if I had to guess. I couldn't really see them doing more than once a month, maybe 2 times a month, like occasionally, but probably not. I think these are only going to be on New Heroes banners as a way to sell more New Heroes banners, right? Because right now for seasonal units, there's no spark unless you have a Fey Pass, so they can kind of make money that way. But when it comes to new heroes, they have the spark, and so probably people are spending less money on these banners, and so this is a way to incentivize people to pull more often. So I'm guessing that's what it's going to be. So like I expect to get like Lance Axe and probably like Tomes pretty quickly, but I could see other weapon types taking quite a while, which kind of sucks, right? Okay, let's see if we can get Monica here. Do you want to keep pulling? I don't know. Monica. We didn't get Shez either. Oh, there's Ninian. Yes, I love Ninian. I am waiting for the Ninian Resplendent so much. She looks amazing as always. What IVs we got? Plus defense. It's not very good. Okay, let's keep going for a little bit. I feel like I want to go a little bit farther. See if I can get Shez maybe, or even another Lif would be really nice, right? Okay, so let's do another question. We have one from Just Morg, and he says, so many questions, obviously good units for weapons with or without PRFs, but also predictions, weapons you'd like to see for other weapon types, lance, tomes, etc. Maybe revisit the Grail tier list for the best. Okay, so when it comes to the other older tier list, I could definitely see those being updated eventually. I won't do them now because there's so many tier lists to still do I haven't done yet. But in the future, I could see updating them, especially when there's more rearmed weapons, right? Okay, so let's go in. We'll get Lif here for sure, obviously. Definitely picking him up. He looks amazing. Like, his art is really good. He himself is a good unit. And then obviously, his inheritance is just bonkers. Very happy what they've done with him. He's also just a good character. Like, he's one of the better written characters in Fae. And there's not very many of those, so I obviously enjoy him a lot. Okay, so let's keep going. So, and then when it comes to ideas, I guess, for lances or tomes and stuff, I think that they should probably just make generically powerful weapon. Like, this sword is pretty generic, right? Like, it has a lot of good effects in it, but they're not very specific effects. They're just good on everybody, pretty much. And by doing that, they can kind of make it so that people will want to pull for them. I could see them doing that. Or I could see them also doing, like, really specific weapon types so that people, like, will want to keep pulling, right? So, like, maybe there's two types of blue tomes, right? One blue tome's really good on tanky blue mages, and one blue tome's really good on fast blue mages, right? So I can see them doing stuff like that. I think, like, no matter what they do, like, just being able to get, you know, what gen are we in? 6 or 7 tier weapon on your old units, it's gonna just bring them back to life. And honestly, that's all we really need. So as long as they keep making, like, pretty good weapons, I'll be pretty happy with it. And I'm excited to see, like, which ones we do end up getting, because I feel like every single one has the option of bringing, like, someone's favorite back to, like, to the game. And when you bring someone's favorite character back to the game, there's a chance that they're gonna either, you know, keep playing, or they'll come back and start playing again, right? After maybe they quit. So I'm just honestly really happy with these Rearmed Heroes. Okay, so our next question is going to be from Rocket Gal, a fellow FaeTuber. She makes great content. You should definitely go check it out. I always enjoy watching her stuff. And she wants to know, do you prefer Ascended Heroes or Rearmed Heroes? Okay, so I don't have a straight answer for you. When it comes to mechanics, I think Rearmed Heroes are just vastly superior, right? They have way cooler things. They can not only, you know, being able to give down your PRF weapons to other units is really cool. Not getting used when you use the fodder is really, really cool. So I think, like, obviously Rearmed Heroes are better in that way. The thing with Ascended Heroes, right, is that they started off really cool. I think, like, Ascended Fjorm, Ascended Legyarn, Ascended Joshua especially were really, really cool units. Like, the concept behind them was awesome. And they were powerful too, so, like, it made it fun. Like, because you were like, Mage Erica? Okay. Sure, why not? But yeah, it made it more fun. But I feel like they got lazy with Ascended Heroes, to be honest. And they're kind of sucky now. So I guess I'd choose Rearmed Heroes. Like, you know, Marita was just, like, another red sword. And, like, Ishtar was just another blue mage. And Ascended Florina's, like, art wasn't very inspired, I guess. Like, the art itself was good, but, like, it wasn't, like, very unique, I guess is the way I'd say. Hey, we got Shez. Okay, let's go. That's perfect. I think we'll actually, I don't know if we need to do any more now. Not the best IV, but it's fine. Just missing Monica, actually, right? If we get Monica right here, it's perfect. But yeah, I think that they just kind of, like, fell off the horse with this Ascended Heroes. they had like a lot of options to make really unique and interesting stories behind the Ascendant heroes, and I don't think they actually did it. Like even Ascendant Hilda, right? Like she's a really cool unit, but like it's just 3 hopes Hilda. Like there's nothing really Ascendant about her. So I kind of wish they would have like stayed to the theme a little bit better. I think it could have been pretty cool. Okay, I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I could technically go for the second spark, but this actually went so well, and I got the 3 units I wanted the most. I kind of do want one more Lif, so maybe I'll come back at another time and finish this out. Hopefully I can pick up a Lif along the way to the spark. But even then, when I get to the spark, I'm not sure who I'd actually pick, so it's not the biggest deal. Honestly, I'm just really glad to have gotten all the units I wanted so quickly, and the summon session went actually really well. Sorry if I didn't get to your question, I'll make sure to get to it in the future. I have lots of questions to get to now, so probably the next 2 summoning sessions I'll be trying to answer as many as I can. But now I'd love to hear from you. How did your summoning session go? Were you able to get all the units you wanted off the banner? Did you pick up Rearm Lif as your spark if you got that far? And also, who do you plan to inherit his weapon to? I'd love to hear that in particular. The best part about Fae for me is getting to use your favorite units, so whenever I get to see people really happy about using their favorite units, it honestly makes the game just way better and way more fun to play. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and keeps the content coming out. This has been Oblivion, and I'll catch you all later with more Rearm Heroes.